Welcome to the Self Love Strong podcast. We'll explore the power of positivity and purpose towards your goals. Whether you're setting a goal or just looking to achieve it, this podcast is for you. See, I believe that a positive mindset and a strong sense of purpose are essential to reaching your goals and simply living a healthy and fulfilling life. So join me as we dive into getting back up when you get knocked down as you work towards your goals. Get ready to unleash your inner power, embrace your purpose, and move positively as you achieve your goals like never before. Let's get started on this journey together. Hey, you guys, this is Sam, outdoor group fitness outdoor group fitness trainer and nutrition coach, and I hope you're having an amazing fourth week of 2024. It's crazy that we've been here this far, and man, I'm super thankful for this year has in store for me, and I hope that's what the sense in this fourth week. I hope that when you enter into this fourth week, or have you entered into it, at this point of the year, that you're excited for the possibilities. You're excited for the possibilities and realize that each day offers a new one and each day is a gift. And that is fundamentally what I am thankful for. So, hey, friends, I want to dive into my topic here. We're talking about getting back up when you get knocked down. And I was really inspired by a story I ran into this week. It's a story about Heather Dorneman. So I'm going to set the stage for you here. So we're in the collegiate national championships. This is a 600-meter race, right? Heather is not only favored to win this race, but she's already favored to win this race, but she is actually in first place in this 600-meter race. So all these racers, it is coming down to the last 200 meters of the 600 national college championships, and Heather Dorneman is in first place, right? I mean, the crowd is screaming, her team is cheering her on, and she turns that corner for the last 200 and she trips. Not only is Heather favored to win this race, but Heather is in first place on the last stretch of the race in the last 200 meters from that finish line, knowing that she's in first place and everybody's trying to make that move, and she trips. She trips over the person's foot and she face plants. Now I'm talking one of those ones where your face hits and your legs go higher than your head. Yes, is an official face plant, and she's stuck. Now, at that point of the race, everybody is jogging to fight for first place. And so everybody is pushing. So she just trips. She gets tripped by the runner beside her. She face plants and the pack leaves her. So you come from first place to immediately to last place. Right? Imagine that. She set the stage. She worked hard all year for this moment. And when it came down to the finish line, when it came down to the last 200 meters of the race, she trips. She trips and face plants and everything. I can only imagine how that feels to have worked so hard. And at the final moment, the final stretch, she fell and face planted. Now, I want to talk about you today. I want to talk about maybe when you set that goal, I want to talk about how goals work or they have felt for me. It's you're going to find yourself, we're going to get into our framework, which is get. And we're going to get into my G. My G is I'm going to talk about the goal. Because, Sarah was not only favored to win this race, not only trained hard, but worked really hard to get to where she was in place in that race. But I want to talk about her goal. See, her goal was obviously to finish first. So now she set the goal. And sometimes when you set that goal, there's going to be challenges. Regardless of what confidence level you're feeling at the time, there's going to be challenges. Now, I want to share a quote with you. It says, success is an attitude you bring to what we're doing. Now, she set that goal, and you have that success attitude. What is the attitude that you're bringing to what you're doing, setting that goal? Because I believe when you set that goal, it demands work. Now, did Sarah train for that event? Yes, she definitely did. But just because you have set the goal and you put in the work doesn't mean you're not going to fall sometimes. So, really setting that goal and really having a clear picture of what you're looking to achieve is more important than ever because when you fall down, just like that situation happened, she fell, she got back up. Now, I want to talk about that next framework is just that emotions, because your emotions so much come in line with what you're doing more than you could ever think. Because now that Sarah had set that goal of not only becoming in first place and doing the work that it took, but at that point in the last stretch of the race, she fell and we got last place. Now, I believe at that moment she had every excuse in the book. I can imagine this: your favorite to win the race, you fall, now you're in last place. Now, at that moment when she fell, she had every ounce of every right. Because I mean, she could be like, "Well, I was favored to win the race, but I fell." She could have taken the easy way out and say, "Hey, I'm not gonna make this. This is just how it's gonna be," you know. But she chose the right energy and the right emotion for the action because she knew she put the work in. So what she did is she decided that I'm gonna get back despite the challenge that I'm going through right now. I mean, imagine that a 600-meter race, giving it your all and getting down to the last 200 meters and falling. Right? Not only falling out of first place, but falling in the biggest event of your collegiate career. Now, I want to talk about not only did she set that goal to be having first place, she put the work in, but she connected her energy and her emotions that I am a champion and success is what I bring to the table because I put in the work. Because I believe at that moment when she fell, she decided it wasn't over, right? Because I want you to think about sometimes you're having those bad days and you're like, man, I was on a roll, or maybe the weather wasn't right, or everything doesn't seem to go right. And you're facing a challenge as you're working towards your goal. And it feels like everything isn't going right. And you maybe feel like you're falling, but I want to tell you today that it's time to get back up. It's time to get back up and realize that if you get back up, you can get going and you can achieve exactly what you're looking to achieve. But it's going to take those times. I'm not going to say that the challenges are never going to be there because this is the first of many challenges of Sarah's career. But when she got up at that moment, deciding that I not only put in the work and that I'm going to bring success to what I do, she started to catch up and get in position. Now we're going to get into my T. So we set the goal. She had the goal to finish first. She had the energy that it's going to require. She put in the work to build the energy she needed to succeed in this race. And she took action. So now that she took the action, she got back up and took off. Now, the crazy thing about this race is she is at least 100 meters behind these people, and then she catches these people. So she gets back up and she just starts gaining. She not only starts gaining on all the people that had passed her, but she catches herself all the way at the end of this race. She gets back into first place and finishes first place. Now I want to talk about that because I believe that Sarah had won that race before she even got there. Right? I want you to think about when you come to your goal, are you expecting succeed? Realizing that success is something that you don't attain, but it's actually something you bring. Because I believe that success is in, especially in Sarah's case, was a mindset. Because she knew she put the work in, she knew she had the energy to do it, and she was willing to take action and she did the work that she was able to show up when the challenge came. So I want to ask you that question today. Now, Sam, I've maybe set some goals this year, but have you prepared for the challenges? Because when those challenges come, you're gonna have to start protecting your energy. You gotta start protecting your emotions. You're gonna have to start taking action. Because what tends to happen, I spiritually, what happens with me, I found myself many times, I was setting the goal, challenge would come, and then I would stop. So I want you to ask yourself when the challenge comes, when the change comes, when the adversity is there, is that when the breaks come? Because I've always fast, but if you're not moving, you'll always stay last. So I want you to ask yourself, maybe some of the goals I set this year, the challenges came, the weather wasn't the same, and maybe you stopped. But today, I believe on this fourth week of the year, this is the time to realize that it's not only time to get back up, but it's time to keep going. Because just like Sarah Dorneman in that last quarter of the race, even though she fell, she had the mindset that I am going to finish first regardless. I'm going to give it my all regardless. I'm going to take action because that is what it's going to take. Because success is not only something that I bring to the table, but it's something I'm more willing to work for. So I want you to ask yourself that today. Ask yourself that today. When it comes to the things I'm looking to achieve this year, when the challenge comes, do I have a game plan? Because when you get knocked down, you have a game plan to get back up. Have you set the goal big enough for you that when the challenge comes, if the game plan is to get back up? When things don't go right, do you have a plan to get back up? Because I believe Sarah knew that whatever happened in that race, I was going to get back up and finish in whatever place. And it comes down to your goal because many times we're comparing our race to everyone else's, but it's time for me to talk about I need you to give your best. Because the only way Sarah was coming back from a challenge, from that adversity, from being behind, I mean, these are all top people. This is the finals, right? This isn't just like, hey, we're going to try to win our heat. No, this is the finals. These are all the best runners in their career at their schools, challenging for the things. So to come back from the comeback from where she was, that was a mindset. That was a mindset of even though we all ran 600 meters and we're all tired and I fell, that I'm going to give it my all. Regardless of how tired I feel, I believe that fall actually gave her an advantage to push harder than anyone else because we at that 600 meters, we're all out of breath. Our muscles are tired. They all felt the same because they all put in the same amount of work. But I believe that spark got lit when she hit that floor, that hit that adrenaline, and she hit her goals that she had set in her mind that said, I'm going to finish this thing no matter what. And I'm not only favored to win, but I'm going to win. And we want to talk about that as well. When it comes to your goals, did you know that you're built to succeed? You're built to succeed. Isn't that awesome? I wanted to let that sink in that you are built to succeed. I want you to know that when it comes to your goal, you're favored to win. When it comes to your goal, it's only you who can achieve it. Isn't that a powerful knowing that no one else can achieve what you're looking to achieve for you but you? And realize that you're favored in this situation to succeed. You understand you're favored in this situation to succeed when you realize that what the goals you have that you made for yourself aren't made for anyone else. And that's what's really hard. I realized when it came to setting goals and telling people about it, because people would be like, "That's crazy. Why would you want to do that?" But it's kind of funny because yeah, it's not for them. There's not for them to understand. It's meant for you. And what's meant for you isn't meant for them, so they'll never understand, right? So maybe you're Sam, I'm setting goals and I feel like I don't have the support. See, Sarah came in there, cheered on, but the crowd gasped when she fell. I want you to hear that. There was a silence when she fell. Because but it was awesome as she started running and she started gaining grass, everybody was cheering again, especially her teammates. Because I want you to think about sometimes people will count you out earlier, right? She got counted out of the race. As soon as she fell, she was already counted out. The people in front already thought they won. But I believe that Sarah was the one who didn't count herself out. Because many times we're looking for people to cheer us on, right? We're looking for people to say, hey, you're going to do this thing. You can do it. I believe in you. But when the challenge comes and you fall or you slow down or you're not up to, pitching up, they're always comparing you to the next person. And you're wondering, Sam, why? I wondered many times to myself, why do I feel so far behind? But I'm still further than I've ever been before in my life. And that's really where that comparison comes in. because they can only see from the outside, but she knew what was inside, right? And I want to talk about your goal today. Today, I know you have it within you because you wouldn't work for it. You wouldn't have set the goal if it wasn't the goal that you didn't want. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't let somebody else's expectations for you limit the goal for you, limit the work you put in, limit the success, and make you feel behind in something that is meant for you, right? All right, friends. So when it comes down to setting these goals and really getting that change that we're looking this year, I want you to set that goal. I want you to look at that goal and ask yourself on this fourth week of the year, am I preparing myself to fall? And when I fall, how will I get back up? That's a G. E, how can I protect my energy when the pain comes? Because I guarantee you when she fell, she was in pain. But I want to say, how could you protect my energy? How can I protect my emotions that are going to lead me to getting back up? And T, how can I take action? I believe in this fourth week of the year, we need to know what's going to happen when we get back up. There's a lot of people. This is that kind of the year I knew as a trainer is when the gym was packed the first 3 weeks of the year. But this is where it starts to slow down, and it's sad. Sad as a trainer because so many people set that goal. So many people decided to make this their year. But then when they fell down, they never got back up. And today, if you fail on this fourth week, I want to let you know to get back up. Because at the end of the day, you were born to succeed. And success is not something that comes in the process. Success is what you bring to what you're doing. So I want to tell you this week, not only bring success to what you're looking to work on, set that goal, right? Get the goal to get back up. Bring the energy and the emotions you need to succeed and take action. And I believe that this fourth week of the year will not only keep those goals rolling forward, keep that change a priority. I believe you could bring your best self, right? Let's bring our best selves in this fifth week coming up here, team. I'm super thankful for each and every one of you. Hey, maybe you're wondering, Sam, I noticed you changed the name of your podcast. Yes, I really, over that Christmas break, I really had like a epiphany. I was like, man, you know what we need more of? I know self care is a big thing, but I realized the basis of everything, especially in my favorite book, it talks about love. And I believe your self love simply has a lot to do with what you're looking to achieve in life. And I believe your self love is the biggest thing, reason of why you'll get the goal, and the biggest reason why you won't get the goal. I'm going to say that again. I believe your self love will either be your greatest tool to getting what you want or the tool of why the reason why you don't get what you want. I want to really let that sink in. Yes, your self love matters. And I'm excited to share this journey of self love with you. So remember, team, keep moving positively, powerfully, and purposefully toward your goals. Take care.